Very well.
Right, time to put Shadows of Arm to an end.
Your return. All has been relatively quiet here. I believe the Drow were mostly satisfied with the destruction of our temple. They have made no further serious advancement. Yet.
You have the Lanthorn. It is in the hands of the murderous vampire Bodhi no longer. I feel the tide of this crisis is certainly changing. Yes, Bodhi, but you claimed you did not know who stole the Lanthorn. You must have made mention of it. You obviously had some idea who it might have been. We questioned you for quite a while, you recall. Yeah. Now this is ridiculous. Bodhi knew you well enough, though she was not flattering. Anything said by her or the exile Irenicus must be treated with suspect. You would do well not to repeat their tales to those that do not need to know them. So he's an exile, the exile now. That's not a name for a stranger. Perhaps I should ask around. No, this is not for you to know. I can't tell you. It is not my place to do so. The exiles, this Irenicus and Bodhi, are criminals. Their crime was great, their punishment greater. So a great evil befell you with these outsiders. So what? You do not understand, and I am not prepared to make you. If you wish to know more, you'll have to talk to one of those involved. Emin, the High Priestess, she will tell you. We will have to breach the city to find her. Fortunately, my sages have instructed me in the use of the lanthorn. We must go. While most of my elves must remain to hold the drow, we must not be struggling on two fronts when we face what is in the city. Follow. We must let the lanthorn lead us to Suldanessellar. I can only hope that the exile will have left us a city to find.
It is here. I can feel it. The lanthorn is almost buzzing. There can be no mistake. Stand back, and I shall make the way clear. Sweet Suldanessellar. I have been away too long. I must determine what Irenicus has done within the city.
Walk with reverence when you step. You are going where precious few outside of the elven community have ever even seen. 74,500 for everyone. And monk level up. Prasad. I should stop developing stealth. Whatever happens, it can't go beyond 255. Still have a little ways to go, but I think I'm happy with the values that we have. The monk is also very accurate with his blows, and he's getting extra ones, so I don't think Greater Whirlwind will benefit him quite as much as the smiting, so we'll go with the smiting approach. He would definitely benefit from the hardiness, though. Whatever. Offensive powers are more important.
I look forward to it. What would you have me do?
Could you... If you're not gonna use the katana, give it to her.
I will enjoy this.
Guided by the light of the rim lanthorn, you pass effortlessly through what had seemed an impenetrable wall of trees. The city that greets you as you emerge is at once inspiring, but also profoundly troubling. For amidst the majestic architecture are dozens of bodies, elves that have fallen while defending their home. Suldanessellar is in the grip of Irenicus and his minions, and it will not be relinquished without a fight.
It is as I feared. The madman Irenicus has unleashed his anger upon the city, and worse yet, I now recognize the magic he has employed. Corruption magics, illusions from a race of spirits, the Rakshasa. Such creatures are very predatory. It would appear that there is no depth to which Irenicus will not sink. Suldanessellar is under siege. With this number of beasts under his command, Irenicus will be very hard to unseat.
Okay. If you have suggestions, make them now. I will not let him best me again. We must proceed with caution. Not everyone in the city can withstand an onslaught like this. Their safety must take priority. You must seek out Elisine. She will know what to do. He has a link to the divine, not unlike your own, though through a much more benevolent spirit. Failing that, find the High Priestess Demon. If anyone had warning of Irenicus and made preparations, it would be one of those two. Go. I will garrison this area with my elite war guards. We will shepherd people to safety as you secure the inner city.
I will take care of this.
Should be a fairly straightforward job. We need to go to the House of Talisman, the House of the Moon, and then to the Forest Clearing. With those done, we can basically end the siege.
Mind your tone.
The great elven city of Suldanessellar, brought to its knees by a single mage. Pathetic. Pathetic indeed. Do I save now? Stone Golem. And he's dead. Adamantite Golem, that's a trickier thing. Let me block it.
You have a problem. You are going somewhere.
Ready for anything.
There isn't all that much you can do against Golem like that, other than just buff your own guys.
That's it? Oh, I am.
I'll rip you apart, you whey-faced cur. Yes. What would you have me do?
Taste my foot!
I will listen. It will be done. Death to all who mind your tone. Easily.
Another Adamantite. Jeez.
You have a problem? A waste of my talents. But so be it. You were lucky then.
Not gonna work.
But luck runs out.
I'm not sure if I want to use the special attacks against these. It's not really necessary. Oh shit.
What would you very well? Ha! I'll rip you up. I will listen. For now.
Blast it. It's not gonna work.
We stunned the Golem. Excellent.
I look forward to
Back with me, boy.
it. It can't do so. I'll rip you apart, you whey-faced cur.
We're getting good spells. Probably not anything important equipment wise, but good
Kill them all
spells.
and have done with it.
Some pathetic equipment that helps with stealth, which we don't need. Time stop. The Elven Priest Stone is unnecessary. It's a guide to basically a challenge we have to do here.
Mind your very well.
I don't need it.
I look forward to it.
Should I learn time stop?
I will
But
enjoy
should I
this.
drink a potion to learn time stop now? Probably not. There are other spells, that we can learn here too. Meteor Swarm, Absolute Immunity, the others. Okay. We need to get the natural order shall prevail. We need to put these symbols in sequence. The rune Corellon Laretian. Rilithane. Wartar. Tree of Life. Suldanessellar. Right. Got the Talisman of Rilithane. Or someone got it at least. There we go.
I will take care of this.
Pay for
Fall
your
and
sin.
stay falling.
I'll send you to the abyss.
+1 equipment
Happy
mainly.
to help. To try to help anyway.
I suppose we are gonna still need the money. I mean, even if I just do crafting upgrades, it's gonna cost a lot of cash to do it.
You have a problem. It will be done.
So I think I know what's coming our way. I
I'm
I
ready.
need true seeing. Might not need it, but oh shit, I don't have it. I don't have true seeing. Oh, because apparently I had other things that I needed to have. No, because we have other people who can do it better.
You are going somewhere you do not want. Easily.
The best surfacer is a dead surfacer.
At last, guard duty grows tedious. Let's get down to killing you. Oh, I suppose I should be official about this. You there. All citizens must stay indoors under threat of death. The High Priestess is being punished for her part in our Master's curse. You shall be slain for even thinking to approach her house. Yeah. Ramelot is to be taken down.
Yes?
Do you have a breach spell? Now is the correct time to cast one. There we go. Oh, no, it's too late. Shit. Way too late now.
You are a slippery one.
Now we can remove the fire shield, so it'd be great if you all wouldn't kill yourself to beat the shield. There we go.
Oh, stick. Curse you.
I will listen.
Oh, did everyone see that? Boy, I'm good.
Yeah, even
What, like-
powerful enemies don't really last all that long against a group like this.
Mind your tone. A waste of my talents. But so be it.
Probably should save here. There are enemies waiting in sight. The two on the left will attack the priestess, but the Atsan one is the one who's actually really dangerous, because it's gonna do area of effect spells.
What can I do?
Strangers, if you are not servants of the exile, then aid me against these creatures, I beg of you.
You have a problem.
Atsan needs to die before he casts anything.
Get down, everyone!
Ooh, strength build? I'm pretty sure this is a strength build. Girl, whatever. Strength 20. Actually, she could use it too. You could use it more. It's starting to be a little bit troublesome. That I have 70 pounds and a lot of equipment goes through her. So if I had a little bit of extra strength, all the better. Although, what is your strength? With another weapon. 19. It's still good enough. I have to switch it. You take it.
Very well.
Absolute immunity. Not all that great of a spell, surprisingly.
Thank you for your assistance, strangers.
Forgive me also if I reward your effort with questions. How do you come to be here? Our city is not usually found by outsiders, doubly so with the exile employing his magic to hide us. It is beyond fortuitous if you stumble here unknowingly. Yeah, I sought Irenicus for my own reasons, but now I seek to help you as well. It is our folly if we think his error would be isolated. I apologize if he pained you, for we are partially to blame for each act of evil he survives to commit. We will seek to make reparations when this matter is done, but the exile is firmly in control at the moment. We are at his mercy. Yeah. It would help for the good of both of us, but I do not know... Okay. Elhan was particularly vexing, demanding help while also refusing information. I'm not so concerned with the shame of our people over Irenicus and Bodhi. What good is our silence if the city is crushed because we would not seek help? You are not an elf. It must be difficult to fathom why we are so hesitant to speak of this. Hopefully you will come to understand. The exiles were not always as you know them now. They once had names, and that I would have been proud to speak, and were as worthy as any other of praise. Well, then they have fallen far from that lofty perch. Certainly you are entitled to your misgivings. You would not be here if you were not driven by powerful emotions, and the exile is good at provoking a reaction. He has garnered the strongest of reactions from us, his own people. For he wronged us greater than any other. He is a criminal that knows no bounds. Yes, he was elven as we are, but no longer. Queen Elysim cast him out, for he had proved he was not elven at heart. What did he do? She and he were well known in the elven court of Suldanessellar. He, at least, was a great asset to our kind and king. He was the greatest of our mages, as skilled as any of elven blood could be without divine assistance. He even had the favor of the queen. It was not enough. Of the two, the sister was the insatiable one. She was not as regarded, but she held great influence over her brother and pulled him into her madness. Together they sought more than was possible. They wished the power of the gods, and they were not concerned about the consequences. He of the exiles performed a dark ritual and committed a grave offense against the greatest symbol of our longevity, the Tree of Life. He sought to merge his essence with the divine tree, draining it and stealing its energy. He failed, but there was a price to pay for the rest of us. He disrupted the elven connection to land and nature. It was a great shock that ran through Suldanessellar, and many of our weaker citizens lay near death. That he would endanger so many for he and his sister's selfish goals was one thing, but to threaten the very nature of what makes us who we are was unfathomable.
What came of it?
It fell to Elysim to judge the crime, and she was harsh. Having forsaken everything elven, they would be outcasts, so they might earn how precious our ways are. Of spiritually high regard, Elysim petitioned the gods, and a divine curse was placed upon the exiles. All their connection to the elven spirit was severed. Elysim thought it a punishment worse than death, a life no longer than a human's, and their elven spirit vanished from the paradise all elvenkind are entitled to. The sister exposed herself to vampirism to try and counteract the divine curse, but gods are not routed so easily. The brother did not risk the same. A better man would have learned to appreciate what he had lost, perhaps learning humility and seek to make amends. He did not prove to be a better man.
Yeah, I should say not. I have experienced the hatred that drives Irenicus.
We had hoped this would turn out better. The exile was found a way to restore himself, has made pacts with our most despised enemies, and has resumed his original plot.
Yeah, he restored himself by stealing my divine soul.
I have no way to accurately measure the cost of our decision on you. Preparations will be made if there is anyone left here to make them. I'm still in shock that this happened. So much of Suldanessellar's defenses were away, battling the drow, and their incursion at the temple. We were left weak. One group of exiles helping another, both so full of their petty hatred and jealousy that they would stop at nothing to strike at our hearts. The exile brought the city's magical constructs and to the city magical constructs and demons and a black dragon which landed to the northwest. I've been trying to fight, but there are too many.
Okay. Elon spoke of Elysim and how she might be able to help.
The exile has seeded the streets with his minions and taken Elysim into the palace. I have made an attempt to enter, but it is sealed tight. Whether you search for the queen or seek the exiles for reasons of your own, you will have to get into the palace and also deal with the monsters in the streets. And I believe there is a way to do both at the same time, though it will not be easy. No, we have seen to it that it will not. We have seen to it that it will not be easy. I obviously do not have the strength myself to complete the task. I think perhaps you do. If I tell you what is to be done, will you do it?
I will.
The temple is dedicated to Rilithvain Ralathael. He can summon the spirit defenders of the forest to protect us, and has the power to break the seal on the palace. But the Leaf Lord must be awakened, his avatar summoned, in order for the spirits to come. The exiled creatures have desecrated the temple and stolen the artifacts I need. The artifacts are lost in the city, held by the exiles' minions, perhaps even the black dragon to northwest. There are 3, a talisman of Rilithvain, a golden cup, and a moonblade. Go into the temple, which will most likely be guarded, and place those items on the statue in the center. This will summon the avatar to our defense.
Are you certain this is the solution?
I believe so, stranger. I cannot be sure, but only Rilithvain has the power. Go, please.
The longer you wait, the more elves will suffer. Quickly. Alright, the job itself is not too hard or complex. Black Dragon might be troublesome because it's a druidic dragon. They have nasty insect abilities that will screw you over. So spellcasting might not be possible against him. At the same time, we're at a level where he should not be a problem to our fighters either. Hello, Mr. Golem.
Pay for your sins!
Iron golems? Iron golems.
Victory unclear. Destruction certain.
Oh, I am
Death
falling
to all
and
who
stay
stand
falling.
against me.
Yeah, iron golems are not quite adamantite golems. We can do proper damage against iron golems. Against adamantite it's a couple of points at maximum.
I am Dorniel Khan. I do as I will. You do not give me
Harm.
orders.
No, we're looking for the blade. I suppose it doesn't matter. We might as well go
Very
to
well.
forest clearing. Probably the most demanding fight we're gonna.
There are monsters everywhere in Suldanessellar!
What the hell? Blast these golems! May the protector spear the exile's soul for what he has done here today. Blast us too for sending too much to fight the drow and leaving golden Suldanessellar unprotected. A question of you, stranger. I thought the exile had eaten us. How do you come to be here? I came with Elhan, who is at the gates evacuating the city. Elhan is at the gates? Then that is where we must go. Thank you, stranger. I pray that you are here to help our city in its darkest hour. Would that I could end the exile's life myself. If you do anything here today, I pray you find the exile and give the corrupted fool what he truly deserves. Death and an eternity in the abyss. Right. Eternity in the abyss. Okay, it's a melee dragon that will haste itself, also disrupt our spellcasters. I don't think it'll be much of a problem. The spellcasting disruption will be the biggest. Why the fuck do I have chain contingency? Right, it's actually a very good thing if you use it, but I'm not using it. Energy blades. I think we're gonna go with those. 20 energy blade.
You are going somewhere. I look forward to it.
Ready for anything.
We might as well rest here. So we might as well haste.
Yes. I will enjoy this.
Hello, my friend. Wanna talk? I want to talk to him for one simple
What would
reason.
you have me do?
I want
I
to
will
get
take
my
care of
guys closer to him.
Let me help you. Very well.
Very good.
Happy to help.
You
Fine.
talk to him. Except I don't want to talk to him. I'm just buying time for the rest of the group.
I will listen. Mind your tone.
I'm sure you will.
You have a problem?
I'm ready. Sure.
Stone skin. Classic move. But if that's the only thing you've got, it's not enough.
You were lucky then, but luck runs out.
You are a...
I didn't see any kind of other real defense going up, so I can probably finish this.
I need something to watch.
You are going so. It will be done.
Next heartbeat.
What would you have me do?
Ooh, the armor could be useful. There's an item that could remove the paralysis, but it's on the guy who's paralyzed. Weird sound selection for plant growth. Doesn't really sound like plants, does it?
Once Suldanessellar
I will
calmed
a
my heart
waste
and
of
cleared
my
my mind.
talents, but so be
No
it.
longer.
Chainmail that allows you to cast spells to save time. Some kind of bardic tool, without a doubt. Right. Fish cake. Should I? I don't want to rest here. It's unnecessary, except... what exactly do we have? Whatever. It all seems horrid wiltings. We don't specifically need anything right now. Might as well keep this chain contingency. I was thinking, well, it sort of is pointless to keep it though unless
Yes?
you put something in there.
Mind your tone. Very well. I look forward to it.
Okay, who's missing? You. Why are you not hasted? Everyone else is. I don't have time to wait for your
Kill
ass.
them all and have done with it.
They should have... okay. They should have Rakshasa, but apparently
You must
there's
gather
nothing
your
here.
party before venturing forth.
Right. And the haste ran up. Relevant, grant me death and victory.
I suppose.
I suppose indeed.
You are very well.
There's probably a gate scroll somewhere here. Stealth boots. Now, we should definitely have multiple 9th level spells. So once we're done with Suldanessellar, we definitely need to drink a
I
potion
look
of genius.
forward to it.
Right, we need to get the horn and we need to go to the temple. I think I'll go to the temple first because it actually has some defenders. We might have a fight
Ready
on
for
our
anything.
hands.
Yes. I will enjoy this.
I command pure
What would... Ha! I'll rip you apart, you... I will listen.
Interrupt
For
both.
now. Ha! My...
That's
I will tell you have a...
iron or adamantite iron.
It will be done.
So shouldn't be too big of a problem. Can do the actual damage to it. I really could use the ability to heal multiple guys at the same time. I mean, it doesn't heal a huge amount. Sometimes you just need a little bit all around.
Yes. A waste of my talents. But so be it.
This is pretty much the last of the fighting we'll need to do. Spirits will handle most of it from this point on.
Fall and stay falling. Oh, I am.
Death! Stand against me!
This cannot be happening! It cannot!
Here's a standard elves that
Very
are
well.
asking about pointless questions. Have nothing to contribute. Why do you have this as a cloak? Pretty sure I have the cloak of reflection somewhere that I never use. Else minor meteors. Not gonna use that one either.
I look forward to it.
Should be a simple matter of just putting the correct items on the altar now. And we might have to survive a little bit after that, but more or less that's the end. Dorn can do it. He has the speed. Actually, we'll
Happy
do
to
a
help.
little bit
I'll do it.
differently.
What do you want of me?
What would... I am joining
I'll
the
use
cause.
improved
I'm ready.
invisibility
I
to
will.
give us the time we need.
You do not give me orders.
I am ready. If that is what you want.
I will listen for now.
They will immediately try to reveal us,
Very
which
well.
just makes it too late for them to really act.
Mind your tongue. I look forward to it. You have a problem? I will
Care
enjoy
to
it.
dance?
Sunir, what audacity! You continue to surprise me. But it ends here. Irenicus must not be disturbed during his ritual. Cannot stop me. Your master does not realize what power I wield. His curse is lifted. You are nothing next to Irenicus. He need not even be bothered, for I shall kill you myself. And he's already boned.
All will be done that can be done.
No more shall the temple be defiled.
You are going somewhere you do. I will take care of this.
The avatar of the Great Oak stands before you, Mortals. What transpires here that requires the attention of the Leaf Lord?
The mage John Irenicus has. The exile has returned. He who once was of the elves but is no longer survives yet. Once again he commits his sacrilege against the tree of life. The exile protects himself with power that corrupts nature. I cannot touch him. He holds she who is of my blood imprisoned within corruption. He uses her linked to the tree of life to drain its power. What's he going to? The exile seeks to join the Suldanessellar. The exile seeks to become a god, as he sought once before. The first of the Suldanessellar would never permit it. The tree of life must not perish, or our children will suffer. The spirit of this wood will be called to defeat the evil that the exile has brought into our midst. Rise, spirits, it is I, Willifane Dralathiel, of the Suldanessellar who calls you. Defend our children this day. And you, mortal, you seek to defeat the exile. Free she who is of my blood from his corruption, and she will sever the link he uses. But Irenicus has sealed. The exiles blocks your way, sealing the gates to the great palace. I shall unseal them. It is done. I can do no more.
Yes.
And we got the stick as a reward for all of our efforts. Stick of somethingness. Sure will be amazingly useful. Doesn't
It will
matter
be
what
done.
it is at the moment, I'm not gonna use it.
Easily.
You have my greetings, faithful one.
Okay, chance to buy healing supplies before you move on. Nothing amazing on the spell front, but they have the basics covered. As will identify things. Ooh, Wilson, get a level up. Armor class bonus, summon shambling mounts, enhanced charm animal for 1 hour. That's totally useless to us. Right, I was wondering why it's useless. Why did I have simulacrum with this one? Now I recall why we have simulacrum. It doesn't really matter. It's the staff of command, so I don't use the charges it has. That's why. Plus 4 weapon though. It's not a good weapon, but a desperate situation it'll do. Fair friend. Critical strike. Guaranteed critical hits Natural criticals for round. So there'll be 4 to 8 critical hits in a row. Main hand tackle, minus 13, yeah. Minus 10, minus 14, minus 3, minus 13, 1, 7. Ah. Oh no, I fucked it up. I was supposed to take the summon fallen diva, but whatever, take the greater whirlwind attack. It's not like I would not have taken it. Just forgot what I was supposed to do.
What would you have me do?
Yeah, you have all 2 attacks, so there's a 5-fold increase. More than 2.5 if he has improved haste. So either way, with the monk and the grizzly bear, they'll do well enough with the
I will listen. A waste of my talents.
improved
But so be
haste.
it.
Although I don't always have the luxury of throwing the improved haste
I
or
grow weary.
wasting spell slots on it. Zap. Isn't there? Disintegrate with no saving throw, that's what it seems to be that they're using. There's an elven spirit among them, so this could be a short fight.
I shall do
No,
what
I
is
need a
required.
Mind your tone.
lot of protections.
Yes?
They're protected from magical weapons. Better not attack those guys. It's a waste for a couple of rounds. They're all protected from magical weapons.
Very good.
Even foggier than usual. Stop.
Can't do anything about them until the protection from magical weapons runs out.
What'll it be?
You are going somewhere you do not want to be.
It's about 24 seconds they'll last.
I look forward to it. Death to all who stand against me!
Stone Skin is not gonna help, we have too many attacks. Stone Skin will just crumble in seconds.
Victory unclear.
It's not a viable thing.
Yes.
Okay, could you make room?
Oh,
What would you have me do? Death to all who stand! I will listen. For now.
oh,
You are a slippery one.
That wasn't even close, was it?
You were lucky then, but luck runs out.
Yeah, Stone Skin pretty much lasts for a single turn. Then it's all gone.
Mind your tone. Kill them all and have done with it.
The fair folk rarely have time for small talk.
We're saved. But what a relief. Thank you, stranger.
Probably no defenders here, but
You must
I
gather
think
your
I'll
party before
take
venturing
down
forth.
Irenicus and maybe leave it at that.
Very well.
Leave the Hell section as separate. The game will directly switch to the Throne of Baal after that.
I am not some beast of burden. I'll carry no more of your trinkets.
Some of these are technically healing potions, not sure how useful they would be. I've used Dawn Simulacrums. Easier ways to take down undead and golems. But it's sort of, it's not like they're not good things to use, it's just they're sort of unnecessary. Don't feel the need to use them.
You have a problem? I look forward to it.
Right, we need to take down 3 parasites and their guardians, then take down Irenicus. Should be a fairly straightforward matter. Depends on how we're gonna deal with him though. There's 2 ways to do it.
I will enjoy this.
Probably should rest before we head out there. We'll try to burst through his defenses and just beat the shit out of him, or we drain him dry of spells. He's not gonna run out of spells though, so he'll have an infinite amount of magic missiles. So I don't think the draining tactic, while sort of effortless and easy, is also time consuming. We could just have 2 Hashars basically drain him dry. He can't really do anything about them. He probably has a death spell, which we could use the Nishru to have him waste. Then the Hashars would drain him dry. We could just then go in and quickly finish it. But it's not exactly how we want to do things. I think I'll take Chain Contingency. I'm not sure. No. It makes no sense. It's a good spell, but we have nothing to really trigger it. Nothing good. Improved Alacrity. If we're going to pierce spell defenses, we might as well go all in on that. That's no good. Has to be others. Our word blind might not be a horrible idea. It actually works. It doesn't allow for saving throws, but it only lasts for 6 rounds. At the same time, we would have to go and kick his ass anyway, so I'm not really seeing the point of that. We're relying on physical combat to do the killing. So we have Ruby Raven reversed. Yes, more of those. Death spells are worthless, so I'll take Improved Haste. Nishru is sort of worthless too, because he's going to death spell it away immediately. Protection from magical energy to a couple of guys might not be a horrible idea. That way I don't have to wait too much in the background before I can get into action. More breach spells definitely. You feel a tingling as you approach the stairs, a familiar touch which you instinctively recognize as your own soul. Irenicus is near, in the next room. You pause, knowing that you may not survive the battle to come. You have little choice, however. Without your soul, your fate is a grim and certain one. You turn and regard those who remain in your party. You feel a need, perhaps, to ascertain their loyalty, their friendship, or to offer a chance to reconsider. You have seen Nira grow from a free-spirited girl to a mature young woman. Your mutual affection has grown to become something more to each of you. Her eyes meet, and her expression grows pensive. She knows what you are about to say. Nira,
At a loss for words. That isn't like you. But I'm glad. I have something I want to say to you. We both know what's coming next. We both know one of us might not make it out alive. I need you to know that if it comes to that, I hope you're the one who doesn't make it. Joking, I'm joking. Look, let's just do it all right, together, with no regrets. Let's get your soul back and then we'll go from there, okay?
Exat, the vampire, has stood with you since you rescued her from Dragomir's tomb, but her motives are her own. Will she stand with you? Yeah, you know that I must regain my soul, Hexat. That's no reason for you to sacrifice your life. I feel like this dialogue option is shit. Uh, because it talks about sacrificing their life as a certainty. I would prefer there's no reason for you to risk your life. Because that's what we're asking. We're asking them to risk their lives. If I thought that people were going to guarantee to die here, I wouldn't take them with us. But I guess I'll go with that.
I know your lost too well, Milhouse, and for what it's worth, the only life I plan to see lost these days is Irenicus's.
Sure, right. Okay, you aren't accustomed to fighting to save souls. Are you sure you want to do this? I pick my own fights, and I choose this one. Bear Wilson. Are you absolutely certain about this, my very good friend? There's nothing more to be said. Yeah, Rasad didn't deserve any kind of a mention here. Nothing more to be said. Without a further word, you turn grimly back to the stairs before you. Your soul awaits. I wonder, is it because they forgot about Rasad, or because it's sort of expected he's gonna go with you? I mean, I think he's lawful good, so it wouldn't be out of place. But everyone else got their little speech except Rasad. It sort of seems. I mean, the bear got his speech,
You
but
must
not
gather your
Rasad.
party before venturing forth.
Wait, who comes? You are the child of Baal, aren't you? The one that John boasted of stealing power from. He claimed to have slain you.
Well, he didn't. And now it's time for me to pay him back.
I am Elysim, Queen of Suldanessellar. Jonolith has me at the center of the tree, trapped in a cage of corrupting magics. This is as far as I have been able to send my image. Jonolith, the one you know as Irenicus, he is drawing power from the Tree of Life into himself. There are parasites attached to the tree, draining it for him.
What manner of creatures are these parasites?
I do not know what manner of parasites these things are, but they are formed from corruption itself, I fear. They feed Jonolith the power and maintain my cage. Whether you are here to save my people or simply kill he who has tormented you, I care not. One thing must be done. The parasites on the Tree of Life must die. Do that, and I can sever John's connection to the tree. Then, and only then, might he be killed. I believe he has protected the parasite somehow. I do not know. Hurry.
I will take care of this.
The rest of us was instructions how to use the seeds that we got from the tree or nuts. They grow into additional parts of the tree, opening us passageways. There's no reason really to think about it, they're used automatically. There'll be 2 elemental guardians per parasite, so no worries.
It will be done. Yes.
Victory unclear. Destruction certain.
Pay for your sins!
Fool! Easily.
There's no real interaction we can do with Irenicus at the moment. I'm not sure we should rush him even if we plan to take him down that way. Because whoever goes and shows his face there first is gonna get a lot of magic thrown at him. We could drink a potion of magical protection with Prasad. He would be immune to anything they throw his way.
What would you have me do? A waste of my talents. But so be it. I will listen, for now. You will not be there, but I'll send you to the abyss.
Yes, excellent. There's only one more that needs to be destroyed. Already I can see this cage beginning to fade.
Once you kill the parasite, I will begin to sever his connection. You will need to come to the center of the tree where Irenicus and I are, quickly.
The energy he has stolen from the tree will be torn from him. I know not what effects this will have. It may kill us all. But John will be weak and disoriented, so you must kill him quickly. Finish it quickly! I feel the tree of life dying. John is drawing too close to his goal.
Right. So we're going to go with pickpocketing. Maybe more opening locks. What did we take? Use any item. Right. It's all about traps at this point. Spike traps are better. Time traps are worthless as far as I'm concerned. So maybe some exploding in the middle there. It does only have the damage, but it does fire damage. If that's important, I don't know. Spike traps are better.
Very well. Wrong item type. Bullshit, wrong item type. I'm gonna plant a couple of traps.
Certainly.
I'm not sure if they're gonna do anything, but that's a lot of... if they are, I'm not sure... Right, he's protected from damage. But he's technically not hostile, so... you never know.
You are lucky I'm here. Fear not. I'm watching your back. Someone's getting
I'm going to assume 6 traps are the maximum. I don't actually know. Maybe 5. Let's play it safe. So I'll set 3 additional snares here. Oh, you're taking damage.
That's the best I can do that.
You failed the trap?
What would you have me do?
How did you possibly fail it? Whatever. We could also use the simulacrum as bait, I suppose, if it lasts long enough.
Mind your tone. I look forward to it.
We're a timer then. Need to kill the last person. Oh, hello, my friend.
You are going somewhere you do not want to be.
Pay for your sin!
Yes. What would you have? Kill them all and
Save.
have done with it.
What? Who dares?
I dare. Your plans are ruined, Irenicus. You will die here.
You live yet. You have less than a fraction of your soul, and yet somehow you continue to oppose me? The power of the tree is gone from me. You have been successful in your little scheme, insect, but now this ends. I will take great pleasure in eradicating such a nuisance as you, and then I shall re-establish my link, join with the tree once again. I shall find a way. I shall have the power.
No, Jonalith, you shall not.
Who? Elasim?
Yes, it is I, your queen. Twice now you have attempted this sacrilege, and nearly destroyed us all. You will not do this again, Jonalith.
Do not call me that. I lost all right to that name when the Saldarine stripped me of everything that was elven, as you well know.
And what shall I call you instead? Irenicus? Shattered One? Yes, it was a terrible punishment, but you violated everything we hold dear. You nearly destroyed us all. And for what? Power? Is that all you exist for now, John?
It is all I have now, Elasim. There is nothing else beyond my revenge. Revenge for what you did to me, that the Saldarine did to me.
And your revenge has poisoned your heart. The tree touched you once long ago. Do you remember nothing of it? Is there nothing in your heart that remembers love? Is there nothing within you that remembers our love? What we once shared before this obsession doomed you?
Doomed you.
I do not remember your love, Elasim. I've tried to recreate it, to spark it anew in my memory, but it is gone. A hollow, dead thing. For years I clung to the memory of it. Then the memory of the memory. And then nothing. The Saldarine took that from me too. I look upon you and feel nothing. I remember nothing but you turning your back on me along with all the others. Once my thirst for power was everything. And now I hunger only for revenge. And I will have it!
And I pity you. Would that you had used your stolen mortal years to earn your return to this sacred place. I could have loved you anew as I loved the man you once were. But I see nothing of him here. You are Irenicus. And all that awaits you now is death.
We shall see, my former love. We shall see.
This could be a very
You
short
are a
fight.
gnat compared to my power.
So she goes to rouse Ellen and the others while I am still weak. So be it. I shall crush them all if need be. I retain your power yet. Your soul still courses through me. Come and make your attempt to reclaim it if you like. I have power enough to deal with you. Yeah, he's in pretty bad shape.
Death to all who stand against me!
You killed me.
In our series of epic boss fights, this is probably not gonna be the last that ends like this.
This is not. This is not.
Irenicus crumbles, his words dying on his lips, and a strange quiet envelops the scene. You begin to wonder if you have finally won, if it is all truly over.
Well, that's that. That is that, isn't it? Melons? Please tell me that that is that.
If this is victory, there is a question burning in the back of your mind. What about what he stole from you? What of your soul? You feel a small tug inside yourself, a pull that seems to come from the apparition that rose from Irenicus. It is gentle at first, but quickly becomes urgent. Within seconds you cannot breathe, drawn inexorably to where Irenicus fell. You are still connected to your stolen soul, but it is no longer among the living. Released in death, your stolen soul does not return to you. It is falling away from the mortal world, and you are being dragged along with it. The pain subsides, and you open your eyes to horror beyond imagining. It's an assault on your senses, a collection of nightmare sensations. This surely is hell. You slowly realize that you are not alone, that others were apparently so wounded in the battle with Irenicus that their souls were dragged to a similar fate as yours. You doubt they will be pleased with their present circumstance when you don't even know why you are here yourself.
Oh, dang nuggets, what is this now? You always take me to such interesting places.
What infernal land have you dragged me to now? Tell me what new creatures will fall before us. Where is this I have been brought now? An ill-starred place. There can be no doubt about it. We should leave now, at the earliest opportunity. Right, this
Very
should
well.
not... I'll end here, but this should not be all that challenging. There's 5 choices we pretty much have to make, and I don't know if I can keep a neutral stance here. I'm not sure if I should go chaotic evil either. It was all to keep Dorn in the group. But that seems sort of pointless now. The thing is, I can't avoid the alignment shifts here. So, at the same time, I don't know if I want anything specific out of this place either. I might get extra wisdom if I really want to, but it's not important. Nothing really is all that important here. But the choices will determine the benefits we're going to get. I don't think I care too much. There are nice things, but any equipment piece we get from here is worthless pretty much in the next couple of hours when we go to Thornball. The money and experience is not even worth mentioning here. So more or less there's just a couple of alignment shifting choices we can make. We can get items that we're not gonna use. We go with the evil options. So the real benefit is what you're going to get from the 5 tiers of bowl you're going to get as reward. And I'm not sure if I want to game that system. They're sort of irrelevant what we're going to get. I might as well go for more or less the easy options most of the time. Extra strength I suppose would be somewhat interesting, but we're not a fighter no matter how you cook this character. one attack per round does not make you a fighter. So doesn't really matter. I think I'll go with the more or less easy options, and where we'll end up character class wise or alignment wise, I don't particularly care.